Hello again, and I thought I would bring you guys up to date. I hadn't been doing that much all week except working, but I did manage to clean off and paint the power supply casing, and I just today decided to go ahead and replace the components. I was gonna try to, or I tried to clean this out using the technique of heat, and that didn't work out so well. I cannot get that little wad out of there. I heated it up and I heated it up, and I made it really hot in here in the middle of the summer with the heat gun, and I just cannot get that wad out of there. The tar is just, I don't know. It did not want to come loose. I could get it to like bubble, but I just could not get a grip on this thing to get it out. So I decided it wasn't worth my time anymore. So I've got my little 8 microfarad capacitor sticking out there, and since I had so much luck with that other capacitor, I decided not to even bother with these two. The replacements that came in, you can see this one is oval. If this was round, it would have fit inside here like it should, but it's not. It's flat. And I decided to be the crazy glue gun guy. This one here is a little bit heavy, and I didn't want it flopping around, so I glued it in, and it didn't want to stick initially, so I had to get a little excited with the glue there. But this one went in just fine, and I think it'll be, well, as long as the power supply works. So it's kind of getting down to where I want to test this, and I guess I'm going to have to put it back in the radio because of the way this circuit, I'm assuming, works. But I assume I can't, well, maybe I can, I don't know. It seemed to me that if I hooked the positive of the battery here, negative of the battery here, and then use the chassis ground, I don't know if I can do that with trying to see if I'm getting 100 and some odd volts out of here. I'm ashamed to say that my electronics training from a million years ago did not all stick. But anyway, I'll start assembling this put this back together, and I still haven't decided what I was going to do about the rubber grommets. I didn't order any. They weren't exactly the same. When I took the tuning condenser off, they were not exactly the same as the ones that came off of the 610. The 610 ones, they were like the other chassis washers. You know, they just have a split in the middle, and you know, you kind of fit it through like a grommet. These ones came out separately, and I guess I was being good and put them all away. So I just haven't gotten on to like renovated radio yet and taken a look. But I suppose it won't kill. I mean, the most of the ones I took out off of here were still pliable anyway, so I can just reuse them. At least as far as testing purposes goes, I haven't gone inside of the radio yet because to replace capacitors yet, because I don't know whether this is going to work. And as it is, I made sure I left the leads on all of these long in case this all doesn't work and I decide to just throw in the towel. I don't know if I would want to convert it over to using a big power supply. They're like $60 or $70. So anyway, I guess I'll wait to worry on that one, but I'll start putting it back together, and we'll see what it looks like. So I'll see you in a minute. You know, it dawned on me before I I didn't finish telling you what I did. Let's see here. So, because of the fact that everything was, grounded to its shell, I added this terminal strip. Let's see here. I added this little terminal strip as a grounding landing spot for the ground for the capacitors. The old 1 microfarad here had a nice screw with the teeth in it, so I used that to dig into the chassis. I was thinking about reusing just this piece here to loosely hold this in there, but somebody in their infinite wisdom in the past decided to solder this clip on there, so much for that. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and put it back together. You can, I guess, see quickly that I stripped this down and painted these up. They look fairly good. This one came out a little bit rough, but then again, the only time I seem to be able to spray paint outside here anymore is after 9 o'clock at night, and it's kind of dark outside, even with the lights on. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, well, this is what it's going to look like when it's all back together, all nice and painted. Except for the few little mistakes I made there. They're on the bottom. So I'm not going to put all the screws in, because obviously I'm going to need to take a look at this when I get back inside. So I will take these metal parts off. And I'm assuming it's for vibration purposes, I think, or maybe it's some sort of sound deadening. Never could figure out what that wax was really meant for. I tried straightening this one here out. One of them had melted and slid down a bit, but these wax, they must have put glue on there and then poured the wax over the top, because there was glue underneath the wax. This one kind of broke apart here. This was already broken apart. I think I'm going to take my heat gun. I actually used super glue to glue these back down, these bits and pieces back down. I think I'm going to go over this with the heat gun and melt it a little bit. Maybe get that to flow back together. I'm still playing jigsaw puzzle with the top pieces here. I've got most of them. Otherwise, I mean, this is it. I've saved all the wax that has ever fallen out of this thing since I've had it. But anyway, so I'll just keep plugging along here. If not, I'll do the best I can, and maybe if the melting thing works out, then I'll just melt it all together. I don't know. So anyway, I think I'll go ahead and end this now, because I don't really feel like working on this anymore today. I still have to paint the top of I still have to take the IF can tops off here, and I need to prime and paint the chassis now that I got all the rust off of it. Oops. I'm a menace. So you can see where I got the rust is gone now. And again, like I said, I'm just going to take the electrolytics. I'm going to take these the aluminum cans off and wrap these up with some paper. I'm not going to take everything apart. Tape these stuff up, tape up the relevant stuff, and give it a shot of primer. And I'm almost out of the satin nickel that I don't really care for. I used it up pretty much on this power supply. Forgot how quickly spray paint gets used up. Anywho, so I'll wrap this up for now, and I hope everybody had a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon.